Another case study of what it means to have a standard is our head pulley on a conveyor. This particular company, inside here, every couple of weeks to 3 weeks, they'd be out in there again, pulling that bearing out and putting a new bearing in there. The bearings in here never went more than about a month. And they should go many, many years trouble-free. So something that's being replaced every month, something is seriously wrong, in a big way, in a real big way. Now, this particular bearing was on a tapered sleeve, and it was a spherical roller bearing, quite a large one, 6-inch. This shaft's actually a 6-inch shaft, 150mm shaft. This company eventually called in the bearing manufacturer and said, look, this is costing us an absolute fortune. We don't know what's going on. Can you please investigate? The first thing the bearing manufacturer said, micrometer the shaft. Go out there, next time it fails, take measurements of the shaft, where the bearing sits, not the whole shaft, just where the bearing sits, and here's what they asked them to do. So in 3 planes, where the bearing itself would sit, take those measurements at 0, 45, 90, and 135, and this is the requirements they must meet. This shaft is 150mm, 6-inch, so between 120mm and 180. It must be a H9 tolerance, and it must have an IT5 form. Both the tolerance and the form were given in the catalogue of the bearing manufacturer. This shaft must meet those requirements to get full service life out of our bearings. If it doesn't meet those requirements, you're going to have degraded service life. So now they've given some standards. The standard here must be a H9 and better than 18 microns form. So I'm just going to go into the workbook again and take this example a little bit further. There's my case study. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we've got that same drawing up here, the same image. So we're here on that particular row there, and the requirements are a H9 and an IT5 form. Let me explain what H9 is. Now, if you're a mechanical fitter, if you're a mechanical engineer, if you're an engineer of any sort, and this doesn't mean anything to you, then that's part of the problem. Because this is the language of reliability, this is the language of machine design and manufacture, and if those numbers mean nothing to you, then you've got an education process to develop yet, because that's vital language, vital knowledge that is part of the solution to stopping these problems. H9 says must be between 150mm exactly and as small as 199/900. And an IT5, International Tolerance Grade form number 5, that's how they actually set the tolerances on shafts and on housings. The International Tolerance Grade numbering system is how they specify how finely to make the various parts. And it must be an IT5. So no more than 18 microns error beyond the exact value is what that says. I'll show you in a second what that means.